moved out to the valley, 'cause I got tired of the corporate life. I'm in Stardew Valley, where I want to spend the rest of my life. I was haunted by the ghost of my grandpa. He gave me a letter and said, "Son, the farm is yours if you want it, oh yeah." Well, I'm living in a town where everybody knows each other's business. It might just drive me mad, but I think I'll stay a little while longer. I know the people are so kind, except when they're mean to a newcomer like me in Stardew Valley.
Hello everybody, ThyLordRoot here, and today we are playing a game called Stardew Valley. It is a chucklefish game, and also created by Concerned Ape. I guess they are the programmers involved. And this is a very nice game in my opinion. It's only about maybe 13 or 14 bucks on Steam. And it's basically a farming simulator, like Harvest Moon, for instance, would be a good example of a game like this. Probably this is meant to be a spiritual successor. Well, we're going to go along with a new character here, and what we'll do then is we will just create ourselves a new character. I'm going to call myself ThyLordRoot. The farm, I guess, will be YouTube Farm. Maybe. No, that's maybe not such a good name for it. I guess, we'll call it, Animal Farm. And then our favorite thing here, we're gonna put horror. There's a reason for this that we won't see yet, but maybe some episodes, depending how far I go with this, we will happen to see. I am a dog person, and what we can do here is there's a number of skin tones we can pick through. I have actually been playing the game as an alien, but I think I'm gonna play it more like a zombie, I think. And 32 different hairstyles at that. So if you happen to have a favorite hairstyle here, I think it'll work out just fine. But yeah, we're gonna go with, most zombies have kind of blackish hair. This is of course hue saturation value here. So other than that, in fact, why don't we go with one more hairstyle here? We'll do like that, maybe. Maybe I'm more pale than a zombie. And wear different kinds of shirts as well. That's interesting. That looks kind of like Luigi. And then we get accessories here as well. Things like beards and eyeglasses. And that does look kind of cool, I have to admit. Wow. You know what? I just can't say no to that. We're gonna go with that. So, of course, we get the little introduction, which we could skip. But we won't. And for my very special grandson, I want you to have this sealed envelope. I'm glad he could throw things at me still. No, don't open it yet. Have patience. Now listen close. There will come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of modern life.
and your bright spirit will fade before a growing emptiness. When that happens, my boy, you'll be ready for this gift.
I really do wish the text would scroll faster.
Now let Grandpa rest.
XX years later. You know, some of those people probably could not get out of their cubicles. In fact, I'm fairly certain almost all of them couldn't. But especially the people in the center here. That guy looks really happy to be working on his thing. Oh, there I am. And there's a dead dude. You know, the, logo kinda looks like, People PC, I think. Kinda looks like the People PC logo. Well, I guess, we'll be reading our ailing grandpa's letter.
If you're reading this, you must be in dire need of a change.
Actually, I rather like the, business world, but okay.
The same thing happened to me long ago. I lost sight of what mattered most in life, real connections with other people and nature. So I dropped everything and moved to the place where I truly belong. I have enclosed the deed to that place, my pride and joy, Animal Farm. It's located in Stardew Valley, on the southern coast. It's the perfect place to start your new life. That was my most precious gift of all, and now it's yours. I know you'll honor the family name, my boy. This is what all true warriors strive for. Good luck! Love, Grandpa. Yes, if Lewis is still alive, say hi to the old guy for me, will you?
Okay, so, despite the fact that we're making bank, we are going to get on a bus into the middle of nowhere and go to this farm. The interesting thing about farmers, at least in the US, most of them live off of subsidies because the cost of planting, the cost of doing their job exceeds their profits. That won't be the case here, though. At least, hopefully not. And, here we are. Duckboy is ready to become a farmer. This is Robin. I think a lot of people, when they see this, so you can get married in this game, right? It turns out she is not one of the bachelorettes. She has 2 children and a husband, which we will meet later. But, yeah, we'll go ahead before we talk about that. We will, I guess, at least get looking at the farm. Now, I've played this game about 1 3/4 of a year in. And so for me, this is maybe like my 3rd time doing this. And, there we go. We have a lot of things to do. And, we'll need to get on that. But, before we do, we will pretty much need to, we need to come up with, like, I guess, some things for the store here. Lewis is going to be here soon. He's been nosing around my house for some reason or another. And, we could skip this. May do. There's a skip button there. But I do want to have everybody to have the benefit of seeing this, I guess, just to kind of get an idea, story-wise, of what's going on. The house is, in fact, not that great of a house at all. It's very cozy. But Robin seems to agree with me. Well, I suppose that's one way to do it. And, he's gonna point out real quick that, this box here, this guy is going to be where we're going to make most of our sales. Well, in the short term, anyway. One lesson I should have learned the hard way is that you want to at least ship one of each item out through that box. But there we go. We have instructions over there. And we have seeds as well. Something to help us so we don't worry about that. And then there are quests over here on this exclamation point. So we have to plant our parsnips. We've already met 2 people here. So we're gonna do that. And one thing every good farmer should do is watch TV. Because the TV has the weather report on it. And says it's gonna be clear and sunny. Not such great news, actually. You'll probably figure out why in a bit, if you think about it. But, what we're going to do, we also need to check here. There's someone annoyed, which is okay because we're not doing anything that's luck dependent. And then there are tips here as well for living off the land. So this guy's gonna tell us about, chopping wood and forage. And if you hit escape real quick, it'll pause the game. That's something to remember too, that you do need to pause the game if you're thinking, because time does otherwise run, and time is money. Well, we got all these people we haven't met here, but we know their faces somehow. That's going to be important. It'll help us track down people, but more importantly, there are skills here, and those go up with usage. So the farming skill will go up incrementally. That's not going to be a hard thing to do. But foraging will be important as well. So before we really do anything, what I want to do is start clearing out some of this area here. And I'm going to go ahead and chop down these trees. It will take a little while to do that. The scythe would be good. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to clear out room for something here. Now, you don't want to go too crazy with clearing this out. You'll notice here that I have an energy bar over here, and it's been ticking down slowly. That is more or less a measure of what I can do during the day. Also, you don't want to use the wrong tool on the wrong thing. Let's see, I'm going to begin doing this here. So, I know ahead of time because of, I guess, things I've been doing. I know that, in this particular instance, let's see, there's 7 there. Okay, so we're good. We're about where we want to be. Well, maybe. Yeah, that'll be okay. That takes energy that you don't really have. And so we want to be careful with that. Now, I'm going to do 4x8 here. And one other thing, too, that you might want to turn on. Because it'll show you where you're hitting your mouse click. And I'm just going to turn down the volume while we're at it. What we're going to do is we're going to go see, oh, where is it? I think it's show, something. Or rather, let me find it. Always show tool hit location, that's it. Okay. So we're gonna get this guy planted, or hoed up. And you can see we're already running out of space in our backpack. Now, I've sort of calculated this so that what happens is that whenever we, wrong tool. Whenever we do this, what will happen is that we will have, I suppose, enough room, really, for us to put down a few things. And I know exactly what I'm going to put down, I've just got to get enough money for it. This is going to be the tricky part here, however. Oops, wrong weapon. I'm going to switch that up a little bit. Now what we gotta do is water these things. And, if you can pull it off, my recommendation is that you chop down as many trees as you can to get, fertilizer. And we'll see the point of that here in a bit. You can see our energy is going down precipitously here. Unfortunately, we don't have much to do here. We gotta keep a good eye on our energy too, so the best use of that is to chop down trees. And, you know what, we'll leave the stumps in. There's no reason to do anything but the stumps. Or to have the stumps around. So we got 12 of these guys here. You don't want to get it too far. You see how it's saying I'm exhausted? We've got 4 energy left here. If we go too far, then what will happen is that we will end up with the deal. Now, I guess we don't really have any way to create fertilizer here. So, we have a couple of options then. Oh, another thing too. First of all, these worms here, and you want to be careful about this. Inventory is full. We'll just throw this out real quick. When you see those worms, it's... Oh no, we're exhausted already. That is not so good. Oh no. That can happen sometimes. It'll slow us down. And we've run into some issues here. Well, that'll be okay for now. Unfortunately, if we find a daffodil, we can eat it and we'll speed up just a little bit. But yeah, now I've really done it because I accidentally hoed something. So let that be a lesson for you. Don't accidentally use the hoe. Or really anything like that. And there we are. We might as well talk to a few people while we're at it. And one important thing to note too is that what'll happen here is that we got a number of things here. I'm gonna buy several things here. I'm gonna keep the sap. We have mixed seeds, which we should hold on to. The sap, we may need to... We need to get 17 of these seeds. Now, unfortunately, and this is a minor problem, we have enough for 2. Yeah, we'll sell that. We can't use it immediately, and we can make it back. And we're gonna have to be very careful not to do that again. You'll notice we're almost out of water here. There's other things as well, so you can see here in 7 days, Lewis has a birthday. And we want to get him something. We can't afford the things that he loves the most. Let's stop Harvey here. if I can find a daffodil, I will probably do that. I have a feeling because of this mistake that I made. I'm just gonna own up to it because, well, really, I don't see any other choice here besides owning my mistake. I don't really feel like going through the intro, but I will be doing a whole bunch of fast forwarding to, I guess get to where we're wanting to go. We do want to keep these flowers, so these flowers are going to be great, and there's going to be something coming up that we're going to want to save them for, anyhow, or at least save one of them for. For those of you who've played Stardew Valley, I'm doing the community center instead of the Joja Mart. So that's my plan. But for now, and this will be kind of important here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and we're going to... Oh, I need to throw something. No, don't. There we go. That's something we need. It's going to complain about our inventory here. There we go. We put everything else in here that we don't want. A lot of this we do want to keep a hold of. But yeah, for now we're pretty good. We're not going to fertilize just yet. We will leave that for another time. And we're going to take our 3 little plants here, our 3 little beans. We have to be careful not to take any actions here. Fortunately, using this guy here is free, and we got some of our inventory back. So, yeah. We need to find something to eat here. That's gonna be a pain to get through. We'll go down to where I wanted to go to tomorrow. But, even under these circumstances, it's a little bit early to go to bed. Most people, their first day or two, will go to bed. I think if we can find a daffodil or something to restore our energy, we'll be exhausted, and that'll be problematic. So, because of that, we will need to go gather food, because we don't want to overdo it, unfortunately. I guess part of me is used to sort of being maxed out here. At the same time, we don't want to stay out too late or work ourselves to exhaustion. So let me see if I can find at least some form of food here. And we will keep going after that. Oh, there's Robin again, and that's her husband. Don't you talk to me about exhaustion, woman. I am terribly exhausted. Yeah, they got 2 children. It's good to meet as many people as you can and to befriend them whenever possible. But, yeah, there's a boulder up there, and that is not a guy we can meet. It's getting rather late, too. Oh, but there's Sebastian. He is, rather elusive, so we're going to talk to him as he smokes his cigarette. Well, presumably that's a cigarette. That, there's actually a comment that, his mom, Robin, makes that is fairly... It makes it seem like it's something else. But he is, well, I don't know if he's a teenager or not. Now, on the subject, he's our first bachelor. I think. No, Harvey and Abigail are too. They're bachelors and bachelorettes. You can see these people have hearts here. That happens to mean that once you get them up here, these guys are blacked out. Once you get around to dating them, because you can hook up with them, they will, I guess, become available, and you can then do whatever with them. That's their other child, by the way. And the thing about it is, too, is that, at least my understanding is that, oh, there's the other child. Let me just stand in her way. You do want to talk to these guys fairly regularly, because you gain like 20 friendship points just from talking to them. Another flower here. We may have trouble getting home at this rate. We are going to probably make the first priority food. Foraging like this is typically a good idea, though, because it is a skill, and the more it goes up, the better results you get out of it. And it's going to sustain us for the beginning part of the game, anyhow. We have to be in bed by 1, by the way, and we don't want to overdo it. Or by 2, rather. By 2 o'clock. We don't want to overdo it tonight. We have met plenty of people, I don't think... Let me just come down here and see. I don't think there will be any daffodils for us, and we are being blocked by a stone in the path. If you get to bed after 12, you start losing energy on your next day. Because farmers don't sleep in. They rather, choose not to. So yeah, keep that in mind. Don't get yourself to... See, we're at 0 energy right now. It's kind of like in D&D, where you, when you're at 0 health, then bad things... Like, you're basically unconscious at 0 health in D&D. And it's kind of the same thing here, too. We'll keep those as gifts. I'm not going to risk doing anything that'll take energy. And we're just going to crawl into bed. So that's the thing, this game is about energy maximization, or energy utilization. You see we're at half health here. We can't yet afford that. However, we do want to go find Willie. This may have been a bit of a miscalculation on my part. Most everything that's useful is going to require energy. And in this case, I'm a little bit worried because we started with half of our energy to begin with. So, you learned it here. Well, maybe you didn't learn it here, but be very careful about your energy reserves. We're going to do something, however, that will improve our ability to work. Because you can gain more in the way of energy by eating food. And that must come as a surprise to some of you, I know. But, eating food is a good way to gain energy. The scythe does not use any energy whatsoever. So you're good with that. We need to start, by the way, thinking about things that we could sell as well while we're at it, because, oh, there we go. That is exactly what we need, and there's 2 of them. So watch my energy bar closely, because we're gonna need this. That gave me 13 energy, which allows me to do some more things. However, we're going to go to a place that's real good on that. We almost have everything we need here. I probably should have taken some daffodils with me to get some gifting going. That'll be okay for now. You do want to keep a hold of these things. You never know when they come in handy. A lot of people sell them immediately, but that's not the thing to do. These guys here, these spring onions, they are actually fantastically good for energy, and you need to... I guess at the beginning of the game, you want to come down here as soon as you can. Again, forage as much as you're able to in the beginning. That'll... One thing, too, a lot of people don't know is that these trees can be chopped down. We don't want to do too much tree chopping today, because we're going to get some fishing going. Although, we'll spend the entire night fishing, I think. Because again, you don't have to go to bed until 1 or 2 o'clock. There's still plenty of people to beat. So, to the beach. We still got plenty of time. This is one person we can meet here. So, we're going to talk to her a little bit later. Going out of your way to meet everybody is sort of a mixed thing. Sam is in his room, playing his guitar. We can't bother him at this point. But there is another person we could possibly meet. As for who I'm picking here, I didn't quite decide. I kind of got the, she's about to insult me. Well, that's, rather uncouth of you, Haley, if I do say so myself. Oh, here we go. It's an old seaman smoking his pipe. Let's see. We'll give this a go here in a bit. He does not go out to sea very often. In fact, I don't think he ever goes out to sea. He is retiring. He's supposed to sit on the pier and smoke his pipe. Oh no, we'll get rid of this rock. It is the least useful of the things we have. So there we go. We're gonna have to drop some stuff off. At least for the time being. We need to probably... One thing we might do is we might scour this area here. You see the worms are missing and there's shells too. Oh no. We don't need that fiber just quite yet. We'll come back and grab the shells in a bit. But yeah. We should go in and continue meeting people. It's not the hugest priority, but... there's one guy. There is, Gus, the bartender. He is going to be good to us, I think. And here too. This is one that a lot of people miss. There's this guy, George. He never comes out because he is wheelchair bound. And it is irritating to meet all these people, as he said. Especially some of them with the, more, bizarre schedules. I think Pam might be in her house. Now, let's see what else is here. We want to go ahead and get rid of some of this in our inventory here. There we go. This guy is, a good old cowboy, I guess. Apparently somebody stole their collection. And as you might imagine, it's up to us to get it back. We're going to be seeing this guy a lot in the intervening time. Because he wants us to bring him things to populate the museum. We've already populated a little bit because we grabbed a book. And we'll donate this fan here. I'm a fan of that. And there's a couple of books here as well. She doesn't even want to introduce herself. There are some additional people who will be coming through. But other than that, that should be everybody. We don't have anything for Clint yet. So we are going to just leave that. There are other people we can meet as well. So let's see who we got left. That's Sam. We didn't say hi to Pierre. We bought things from him. We're getting pretty close though. You can see we got 250 G's here. We will be cultivating our parsnips soon. Ah, there's Pam. She drives the bus. I wonder if that counts as meeting him. Yeah, we've met Shane. Those are some expensive potatoes. And this guy here. This guy is Morris. He is the leader of the Joja Co. We'll just talk to him. This is... depending on how you like to play, this is, a question maybe of conscience. Or maybe, I mean, we can't afford it anyhow at this rate. But it might also be a question of which makes sense. I think that if you're a new player, that what makes the most sense is, oh, there's more people here. You gotta come around the corner, talk to these guys. Sometimes, if they're selling things. This is actually their house as well, so we're invading everybody's privacy. I think I think, they actually live in a pretty nice house. They got a little church going here, so they can worship their god. In this case, I believe that god is called Yoba. We don't have the 200 grand for that yet, but we're gonna be saving up for that. That's not an insubstantial amount of money. Okay, we need to drop some things off. And we want to get our fishing skill up a little bit. Now, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sell one of these onions, only one of them. You can do only one by hitting right click. But we're just going to throw this in for now. Keep that guy around for energy. We don't need the watering can anymore. And we're going to do the pickaxe as well. That should give us plenty of room here. And now, we're going to eat the spring onion. Gain a little bit of energy back, because we're going to spend the rest of the time fishing. However, not before we grab some of these things here. Now, one of the things you might wish to save up for... Oh, there's another guy we haven't met. If you save up 300 wood, there's something nice that you can do with it. And you'll kind of see what that might be here. 300 pieces of wood will fix that. And you see there's stuff over there. So part of my goal will be to get that as quickly as we can. Because it'll make for nice things here. Let's see, who have we not met? Aside from the wizard guy here. Oops, don't do that. We need to meet 3 more people. There is a guy that is worth talking to here. And, we should do that. He is a good guy to get to know. This guy we're talking about. But we'll find him. I think he may be up around here, yeah. So that leaves just a couple of people. One of them is Sam, the other, I think... Let's see who else counts. Sam and the old woman. We'll take care of that soon. But for now, I think it's a good idea for us to come out here and start fishing. Now this spot is actually a pretty good place to fish. You make lots of money that way. That'll be part of our money-making scheme here. And we want to keep the fish on the bar. If we can. Oh, it's a sunfish. That one we want to keep a hold of. And we want to make sure not to be exhausted. Also, when you hear that noise, pay attention because, click fast because... Oh, there we go. We got the carp here. That's one I'm not going to be selling either. We'll just eat a few of these spring onions here. Let's get to fishing. This isn't the only spot you can fish, and in fact, you should probably fish in other places. But, there's nothing wrong with, We need to be careful here. That's good. We got a treasure chest. We want that because often artifacts are in those treasure chests. Unfortunately, we can't do much about that. But that is important, that geode that we grabbed. And, there we go. It's gonna take a while. One of the wiser things for us to probably do is to, it's not gonna be worth keeping for now. Because I'm out of inventory space, I'm just going to move on here. We're gonna go to the bar real quick, though. And, what we will do there is I'm going to hope to meet some of the last few people. Maybe we'll meet the last few people. I mean, we've done pretty well, though. There's Shane. Yeah, there's this bug with them, where, if you talk to him in the Joja Mart, then it says that he's hard at work, even though he's not doing anything but drinking. Okay, I think we would probably most profit by, maybe coming through here and, chopping down some trees. We got some stuff to sell here. In fact, we're not gonna sell that. The bullhead will sell. Clam, sure. I am going to hold on to the sunfish and the carp. And there will be reasons. Okay. We might get... There we go. We have more or less exhausted ourselves. I'm gonna get this out of the way. I'm gonna sell one of these logs here. We almost have enough for a chest, and that's a good thing, because we can park that up near where we will be fishing. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to check the weather. It's gonna rain. That's actually really good, because it means you don't have to water your crops. There we go. We have foraging proficiency. That means that our axe will allow us to do better things, plus we can create seeds. And it also means that we'll get a little bit more out of this. Now I'm going to just check the weather again. I don't care about luck too much at the moment. Oh, and we got crowed. Well, I'm not going to worry about that yet. The crows do pop up occasionally, and when they do, that can be somewhat of a problem. The crows, of course, will eat your crops as they come in. Fortunately, they didn't get the bean starter, because that would be unfortunate for us. But, we're gonna do some clearing out here. And we're gonna try and get as much as we can here. Now, for foraging, chopping down trees actually counts. So that's always good. I'm gonna say right now that we have, oh, there we go. So far we have some pretty good things going on here. We're going to keep those, and part of the reason why we wanted that foraging upgrade as well is that we can start planting trees. And I found that I don't really do that so often. But that's okay. I'm gonna fish all today. There's usually some good stuff to come out of this if you fish all today, although we need to probably... Well, we'll catch the other people soon. Also, one thing to know about Wednesdays as well is that Wednesdays the shopkeeper, Pierre, his shop will be closed. So, you want to keep that in mind if you want to sell things. But, yeah. We will, just do some fishing. I will probably do some fast forwarding as well. But I guess before I do, let me just point out, some people might be a little bit confused about how this works. The way to make this work is to tap. I'm just going to put that there. Oh, you know what? We need to go crack our geode, too. It's another important thing to do. We'll just have this happen here. We can do it at the blacksmith shop, so after we gather this fish, we'll crack open the geode, see if there's anything in it. Because you know what, why not? And while we're at it, we will chop down this tree here. These trees, despite being on other people's property, are fair game. So you want to chop them down occasionally. And that is precisely what we're going to do. It's, I think there's just pine tree over here too. The main thing is that we watch our energy. And there goes Sebastian. He caught me red-handed. Now, what we can do here is this guy over here. This is the community center. It'll be important later on. But for now, we're just going to go down here. The blacksmith shop is usually somewhat good to go to on when you have something here, and we might want to save the geode at first, but we got plenty of them. We're just going to go ahead and process this, and we got dirt. So small bit of a shame, but I'm not really complaining about it. The other thing, then, is we actually have enough to make a, well, no, we need to chop down an oak tree as well in order to make the foraging bars. Those will be nice little uses. There's one right there. A couple, actually. Unfortunately, no acorns yet. But there we go. We'll come back for those. Those don't disappear until the end of the day. And we really don't need too many of these things here. We'll take that, this guy will store because of reasons. I know that's not really a sufficient reason why. But there we go, we got 2. We can go up here to our crafting now. We can make this guy here, make 2 of them. These guys will allow us to more productively... we'll go this way, we're already nearby. Allow us to recover some of the energy that we lost. Yeah, we'll forge that. We're not quite in the gift-giving mood yet. Time will come. And we might as well clear this out. I'm not entirely sure what clearing that out will do, if anything. But, we'll let it happen. And before too long, we will be on our way to a good start here. Now, I'm just going to fish for the rest of the day here. And we'll just put these guys in our chest up here. We'll come back and get the spring onions if we need any other energy. And, that shouldn't take too long. But, yeah, I'm not going to focus on this too much, I guess. We'll probably fast forward. Again, the strategy for fishing, if I get one up, I'll just do it one more time, like that, is you sort of tap your mouse button, like that, and make sure that this thing stays over. Okay, well, we're going to continue to fish. I will see you, whenever it gets real late. Okay, it's the last cast of the night. And you'll notice I've gotten a few things here that don't quite look like fish. So like this Joja Co, for instance. Which everybody hates except for Shane. Or this broken CD or stuff like that. Most people hate getting this stuff. And I guess it's not a wonder why, because most people when they see that, they're like, oh man, trash, it can't be worth anything. But we're gonna save it, because it does have value. And the value that it has is maybe not immediately apparent, but we will want to have it. The other things, the green algae, for instance, is energy. So we want to keep a hold of that as well. No worms yet, unfortunately. I may have just haven't... I guess I haven't run into any. But what we're going to do now is we're going to sell our haul here, because we could still make money no matter what. You know what, we'll sell the Joja Co too. That might be kind of interesting here. And we will go to bed. And our first harvest should probably happen pretty soon, but in the interim, we have actually finished fishing. We will just, I guess, get close to ending it here. But you can see we made close to more than 500, you know, more than half a grand here. I'll end it here for now, but we will see you next time. Until that time, this has been ThyLordRoot, and you take it